Thrills Incorporated. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we're going to take a look at the Australian pulp science fiction series Thrills Incorporated. They're magazine size, digest size, and even pulp size. I'll explain all of that. You'll see it once we get into the story. Thrills Incorporated was a slim magazine of science fiction pulp adventure and great cover art. Had a lot of stories published by Australian authors, including Alan Yates, who was Carter Brown, and he published them under many of his pseudonyms and also under his own name. You'll see that. We'll go through some of that. There were 23 issues as far as I know. They began with number 1 in 1950, and they all have the number on the cover. They were published by Amalgamated General Publishers Limited at 26 Hunter Street in Sydney, Australia. And they were generally about 50 pages or so. And so we're going to take a look at the first issues, early issues now. This is number 1 from about 1949, 1950, Thrills Incorporated. Really nice science fiction pulp cover art. This has Space Race. Space Race by Wolf Herschelt, and other stories. There's 3 stories in it. Castaway Planet by E.V. Zinn. And the interesting thing about this is that when I got it, it had this enclosure with it from Associated General Publications Limited in 26 Hunter Street, Sydney. This is from the publisher. So somebody bought this in 1950. Somebody bought this magazine from the publisher as a cash sale. Issue 1, and I guess it was 9 pence or something, whatever the Australian price was in those days. And so this is the actual cash receipt from Associated General Publications Limited in Sydney. And this is the first issue. With the second issue, they started crediting the authors on the title page, on the contents page. So this one has 4 stories. And issue number 2, great, sexy, good girl art, science fiction cover art, really cool. These are about 50 pages. And Planet of Fire by Wolf Herschelt, who was probably a pseudonym of Alan Yates. All of these pseudonyms are probably Alan Yates, who was better known as Carter Brown. Method for Murder by Otto Kench, also probably Carter Brown. Escape Essence by Boris Ludwig, probably Carter Brown. And then again Wolf Herschelt at the last page. So these were some of the stories. That nice little illustration, very pulp magazine-like. Nice science fiction, fun pulp science fiction from 1950. Very delicate magazines. I'm trying to be very careful with them. This is from 1950, so it's 70 years old now. At least it's something older than I am. That's issue 1 and 2. I don't have all the issues, so I'm going to skip around a little bit. This is issue number 4. Issue number 5 also contains The Space Pirates by Durham Keyes, Devouring Comet by Ace Carter, and other stories, again with the rousing pulp, adventure, and really nice good girl art. Then, with that was number 5. Number 6, you have Murder in Tomorrow by Roger Granadine and Meeting on Mars by Durham Keyes. Again, remakes his appearance. And yeah, it's actually a different size now. It's gotten larger. Actually, these sizes, that's a little bit bigger than this one. The format, you can see, is bigger. So there's like up to 1 to 4 is one size. Is this size? Number 5 got a little bit bigger. You can see they changed the format. Then number 6, they changed the format again. It's even bigger. Number 11, Fugitives from the Flame World by Ace Carter. Really cool science fiction cover. And you can see on this one, this even gets a little bit bigger still. So the quality control, or whatever they were doing, I don't know what exactly was going on there at Associated General Publications. They were seemed to have a different format almost with every issue or every other issue. This is number 6, so I'm missing 7, 8, 9, and 10. But by 11, you can see it's a little bit bigger yet still. And with all that in mind, you can see the different sizes of the magazines, because what I want to show you is the next issue is number 13. We have digest size, and they go down to from 50 to 32 pages. The print is very small inside, and they all seem to have ads for Stamina Slacks, which was a clothing company in Australia. And just to go through a little bit with the sizes, so you have different sizes. You have and they're all like all over the place, and then you have the digest size, which is even smaller. So it's kind of interesting. It's one of the things that I don't have all of these, and I didn't collect them all. I collected the digest ones because I like them in the digest size. I collect digests, but also the magazine size were kind of the large size made it like more inconvenient to collect them, and so I didn't collect them for a long time. Now I'm missing a few, but in the meantime, it turns out that the earlier ones, these large ones, are the ones that are much more difficult to find. And so I just want to show you those. And now we're going to start off with the digest size ones. And Suicide Satellite, it's number 13. And again, they changed the format again. Thrills Incorporated, which was large on the top. You know, they put now Suicide Satellite, the title of the lead story in the issue. There's usually 2 or 3 stories, and then it kind of just says, oh, and Thrills Incorporated, number 13 down here. And the same kind of text, but it's a kind of a little hard to read, and it's a little hard to read the number 13. But the artwork is still superior, like the earlier issues. But then something that kind of changed again and again. Number 14. You have almost comic book kind of art. And number 15, that's Marauders from Mars, and number 15 is The Man from Tomorrow. And now these are 32 pages. They're slim. They have very small type when you're reading them, and you can see the progression, the change in the cover art. This is not a faded cover. This is the way they were printed what they did was they went to cheaper paper and cheaper printing method. So here you have the artwork done by probably the same artist who did the earlier larger issues, who did like really nice, beautiful science fiction pulp, good girl art covers. And then you went to they went to a kind of almost a comic booky style cover art. And then here they went to same kind of art, but on cheaper, even cheaper paper, cheaper cover stock, so that these are very similar to the what you see in some of the scientific thrillers, which is also a very popular Australian series of crime digest, very thin, that I highlighted in a previous episode on the channel. Scientific thrillers are really cool, and they also had the same kind of situation where they would use cheaper paper for the cover stock. So this is 13, 14, and 15. Number 16 is Planet of Fury. Again, stalwart hero with the sexy girl. Thrills Incorporated is almost an afterthought now, and it's Planet of Fury. So that was 16. Number 17 is Amazons of the Asteroids, and this is the cover of that issue. And what happened? They just on the this is not missing the cover. This is the cover. The back cover, they actually printed the story, the rest of the story, in the back cover. And this is very delicate, so, but I just want to show you inside. It's number 17, and there's 3 stories, and now you have it. They're written by Australian authors. All of the stories in here are written by Australian authors, and much of the stories are by Alan Yates. So Planet of the Lost by Alan Yates, he actually gets credit under his original name. He wrote many of these issues, many stories in these issues under various pen names and house names, and except for Carter Brown. He never used Carter Brown, except on the mystery books for other publishers later on. But at this time, he was using different pseudonyms. G.C. Black, Invasion of the Insectants. Black was a Australian author who wrote a lot of books, and this is an early story of his. And Amazon of the Asteroids is by N.K. Hemming, and she was a Australian science fiction author, early science fiction author, a woman, and who's kind of forgotten today, but she was a pioneer as a woman, as a science fiction author, and this is one of her stories. And she shouldn't be forgotten. G.C. Black shouldn't be forgotten, and of course Alan Yates, who became Carter Brown, at this early part of his career was writing tons and tons of stories, science fiction and mystery and crime, for scientific thrillers and for Thrills Incorporated and other venues under a variety of pen names. And this one is actually by Alan Yates. So that's Amazon of the Asteroids, number 17. Number 18 is Kidnapped in Space. And Kidnapped in Space, the cover art is by Davidson. You can see it signed here. And it's probably looks like the same cover artist. So this probably would be by Davidson also, though I can't see a signature. And the next one, number 19, Operation Space Freeze, is also by Davidson. And you can see there's a real close, style in the work on these 2 covers. Is obviously by the same. Aside from the fact that they're signed by him, it's just you can see that they're by the same person. Nice cover art. nice science fiction pulp adventure. Goddess of Space is Thrills Incorporated number 20. I don't know, it looks like the shoes he's wearing, or the boots or whatever, look like roller skates. I don't know. But, or she's wearing. Thrills Incorporated 21, Outcasts of Planet J. Very nice pulp adventure cover art. Just fun stuff. Just fun stuff. Number 22 is Peril of the Sea Planet. And number 23 is Rocketeers at Bay. And both of these have a different cover art. The artist is signed, but I don't know who. I can't read it actually. And that's number 23. That's probably the last book in the digest book in the series. Number 1 to 23. They ran from around 1949 to probably around 1952 or 53. The interesting thing about another interesting thing about the Thrills Incorporated series is that, as far as I know, I have not seen them listed anywhere in Graham Flanagan's Australian paperback price guide, which I published and which Graham put together for me years ago. I was not able to find them listed in the book. That doesn't mean they're not there. I may have missed them. But it's interesting that this seems to be a series that's kind of fallen between the cracks, maybe. But it is an interesting series. I think the format change from you have everything from pulp magazine size to regular magazine size to digest size, in all of them very thin and delicate kind of magazines. Makes them, I guess people didn't know how to, are these paperbacks, are they a magazine, are they, so I think that's a lot kind of confusion about these, but they're really, really cool items, just a lot of fun, and they're all contain 3 or 4 stories by Australian authors. As far as I know, no British or American authors were in this series. It was totally Australian, and you have a lot of early Alan Yates, Carter Brown stories under pseudonym, and you have stories by Bleck and Hemming and other Australian authors, and I think they're kind of a lost series that's fallen between the cracks, so we're just going to try and get you to take a look at them this time, and I hope you enjoyed them. I wish I had all of them. If I would show you, but I just show you what I have, and just to give you a taste of the series that's kind of off the beaten track. A lot of times the digests are a little more are somewhat common. You can find them in sometimes on eBay or ABE or different places. The large size magazines, the early ones, they have the better cover art. They're really beautiful, in nice condition. They are so beautiful magazines. But those are really kind of hard to find, and hard to find in nice condition. I mean, they're 70 years old now, basically, so something older than me, but they're tough to find, some of them. Again, you can find the digests every once in a while, 1 or 2 here or there, but getting a set of them, it's good luck, I think, because it's probably pretty daunting, and but they are worth hunting down and looking for. So again, just want to let you know about this series of Thrills Incorporated from Australia that I really like. I think it's a cool series, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, give us a thumbs up and a like, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.